President of the today's program, Mr. Rajdan ji, Mr. Chaturvedi ji, Sri Srivastav ji, Mr. Fesaraki, Mr. Garg. Good morning, friends. It is indeed a pleasure to be present amongst all of you at the 5th World PetroCoal India Energy Congress. The theme chosen for this Congress is very relevant and appropriate. Petroleum, coal and gas are the three most widely used fossil fuels globally and together constitute over 80% of India's primary energy consumption. If you look at Indian scenario, our dependency on crude oil imports has kept growing and we are now importing around 78% of our crude oil requirement. The drastic fall in global crude oil price to about 50 barrel has mixed implications for India. While it is good from point of view of consumers in India, continued low price of crude oil for a long period generally acts as a disincentive for investment in E&P sector, particularly in difficult geologies. This is a very complex issue, having significant bearing on our national economy, and I want to assure you that the government is keeping a close watch on crude prices. The debate of supply and demand of energy is an old debate. I was listening to the economist Fesaraki. His words are very musical to my ear. This kind of low price will remain around 670. This price will remain for next 2 to 3 years. Then it will shoot up to around 100, if I understood him properly. In those days, election will be there also. Let me see how things are turning. However, the new technologies and unconventional source of hydrocarbons such as shale production in USA, oil sands in Canada have come as a solution to this problem. The context of India, experts on Indian geology suggest that new avenues like coal-bed methane have good potential in India. Also, new sources such as shale oil and gas hydrates have emerged in recent years, although commercial exploration may still be some time away due to technical constraints. I am happy to note that this event is going to deliberate on the developments in the evolving domains of CBM, clean coal technology, LNG, liquid fuels, coal gasification, coal to liquid, and gas to liquid, etc. I would like to share with you that MOU are signed on 24 December between PSUs of various ministries, GAIL, Coal India, RCF, FCIL, for setting up coal gasification-based revival of the Talcher fertilizer unit. On this occasion, mentioning this event, I must congratulate Mr. Srivastav only due to Mr. Srivastav when he was coal secretary, due to his initiative, this coal gasification project is supposed to see the light of the day. A large proportion of our population still doesn't have access to reliable, affordable and clean energy, which in my opinion is like a fundamental right which should be available to all citizens. If you look at electricity, India's average per capita electricity consumption, 917.2 kilowatt hours, is merely 1/3 of the corresponding world average per capita electricity consumption, around 3,000 kilowatt hours. The Ministry of Power and Petroleum and Natural Gas are working closely for gas pooling in order to revive the stand gas-based power plants, around 16,000 megawatt, and urea plants also. We want to supply more gas to power sector at a reasonable price in order to realize the government's vision of power for all by 2019. Coming to my ministry, our government is committed to promote the development of a vibrant hydrocarbon industry spanning across upstream, midstream and downstream sectors. At the same time, we are trying to ensure that this development takes place in a sustainable, environmental friendly manner. The government has deregulated the price of diesel and aligned it with market rates so that common and poor people can benefit from the falling global crude oil prices. We have come out with the formula for the new gas price, which will provide certainty of all stakeholders in future. In order to streamline subsidies, the government has rolled out the DBTL in LPG across the country from 1st January 15, which is the world's largest cash transfer scheme. Till now, more than 50% of the country's population is covered under this scheme. We have also launched the sale of 5 kg cylinder for the ease of access to LPG. We have also launched a scheme whereby all BPL family will get LPG connection without payment of security deposit for the cylinder and pressure regulators. Highest priority has been given to allocation of domestic natural gas to household, PNG and transport CNG segments. We plan to expand PNG to connect 10 million households and LPG 250 million households by 2020 in a mission mode. The government is encouraging growth in India's LNG infrastructure. Some existing LNG terminals such as PLL Dahej are expanding capacity, while several new import terminals, PLL at Gangavaram, IOCL at Ennore, GAIL, Shell and APGDC at Kakinada and under various stages of planning and implementation. LNG import is already under open general license and companies are free to market it as pre-commercial feasibility. Similarly, on the downstream front, we are encouraging our public sector refineries, especially the older ones, to rapidly deploy latest technology to improve gross refinery margin while also adopting innovative crude procurement practices in order to exploit low prices prevailing in global crude markets. Make in India initiative by Honorable Prime Minister will benefit oil and gas sector, which is one of the 25 thrust area identified for this movement. Before closing, I would like to re-emphasize that India's energy demand is growing at such a fast pace that despite the best effort of government, it may be difficult to fulfill the breach, the demand-supply gap anytime soon. Petroleum, coal and gas will continue to remain the vital for India's energy security in the near foreseeable future. Nonetheless, I believe that we as a nation must strive to promote efficiency in our hydrocarbon production and processing, adopt the best conservation measures and try to achieve forex neutrality in commercial transactions to the extent possible. For example, by turning India into a refining hub, we can earn forex for the country, which can partially offset the forex outgo to crude oil, gas and coal purchases. With these thoughts of India's energy sector, I wish this event a big success. Thank you all. Thank you.